Storm Chaser is one of many getting hammered by tornadic storms. In the bear's cage of this system, the lightning is intense, the hail is very large, and the hook echo very well defined north of Nebraska City, just coming out of the metro and suburbs of Nebraska area there, moving into southwest Iowa. Also got another supercell to the north near the Atlantic area, and storm chasers are on that as well at times, showing what looked like a wedge tornado, so there could be some damage in here from straight line winds and rotation. The storms do have a potential of that. Signal is breaking apart. Here it is on VIPIR right now, and this shows us the damaging wind potential on top of the radar picture. All these rotational markers are something exclusive to VIPIR. The damaging wind is a particular concept coming up with this program here, and it shows its own rotational signatures and its own tornadic signatures here. So let's go through Omaha. You can see that Omaha proper missed the two supercells. Just to the north, though, in the purple, we had lots of hail here going through Blair and just north of Omaha with this system. That particular supercell now moving a little bit farther into the Atlantic area, where a severe thunderstorm warning in orange and the tornado warning is in effect as of 8:31 Eastern time. This is or 8:31 Central time. This one right here is the stronger supercell. You can see new tornado warnings coming out with that one. Damaging wind product is pretty strong with that, and that's moving off to the east, a little bit south of east. What storms will do is they rotate as they start to move deviant to the mean flow. So if the flow's out of the west, it's going to start to turn a little bit south of that as the rotation increases. Just looking at a few markers here, we've got 105 mile per hour with a 5 out of 10 probability of a tornado within a mile. That's a lot of wind shear, and these different markers showing up at different locations in the storm, both aloft and near the ground. When they start to correlate and get close to each other, it's a good indication from Bearing Services, which is what I use. Differs from the Weather Service, and it's closer to where the potential tornado is. So as you zoom it out a little bit, it gives you a little bit of perspective. See how they are tightly packed within the southwest part of that supercell storm. And again, you can follow the track here and see all that large hail that you'll probably be seeing on TikTok pretty soon. Today, tomorrow, going into your Friday, lots of video of hail, I'm sure, and perhaps tornadoes as well. Here's the Des Moines area out ahead of this. It's moving in. So continuing to watch these two systems here, or these two supercells, as they continue to move to the east in a very highly sheared environment. This is all part of the warm sector of a system here across the upper Midwest. The low is up here across Minnesota. We've got a lot of thunder and lightning and general thunderstorm activity here. Even some hail, but not as large as the hail supercells here. That's why you see the tornado watch out in the yellow area. Not to be outdone, we still do have rain potential over the same region that's already been saturated, and so VIPIR's picking up on the flash flooding potential as well. I'm zooming in here to show you that these yellow and orange blotches on top of the radar is where VIPIR indicates, according to the ground saturation and rainfall rates, where we're likely seeing flash flooding or possible flood advisories in that area. National Weather Service is also tracking this. These are the VIPIR signatures that are rotating with Weather Service tracking on top of them. And so as it continues to update, you can see the path here it took. A little bit lower resolution. It's the national product here, but it's moving toward Scylla, Red Oak, Shenandoah. And VIPIR also has this feature called the Barren button, or the VIPIR button. What it does is it takes away the regular radar and just shows you the parts of the storm that are going to be the most impacted. We've got confirmed reports of tornadoes with both of these supercell storms. A couple here from those trained spotters that we've been looking at, those live feeds there indicating the wedge tornadoes on the ground. This particular storm north of Shenandoah in Iowa is the most dangerous there near Randolph. The pixel query put on here. So let me just show you. The white area is where the radar beam is hitting 3-inch hail. And as you move in closer, it's a bit pixelated, but this is an exclusive algorithm that shows up to 70 and even up to 100 mile per hour winds in the Randolph area. So it's picking up on large hail predominantly and where that damaging, destructive wind force is within the storm. And then these green areas are high rainfall rate areas of 2 inches more an hour. So that's a very lit up storm in terms of just looking at it from a barren button perspective. The northern supercell, not quite as strong, but still indicating up to 1 to 2 inch hail there. And that confirms with that report there that we have seen. Looking into the future here, I can kind of show what's going to be happening. These are storm tracks coming a little bit farther east. It's pretty much going to ride toward Vasilla, and with time may impact Greenfield, Nebraska. I'd also watch out around Lenox, Nebraska with these supercells. They're moving off to the east. And again, I think Omaha is now in the clear. Product that I've been pulling up here a lot is the velocity. You can see with the radar being in Omaha, all that green toward the radar, all the red going away from the radar. That's a tight signature. The second supercell, not quite as tight. This is a radar indication, probably more aloft than anything else of the storm. This is the that will let me kind of the future of the track here, give you guys an idea of what's going on. It updates every 5 minutes. It's based on growth and decay only. It looks at intensification or weakening and overall movement. So let's take it from now. And again, this is a high resolution, updating every 5 minutes to adjust for changes in the radar. So by 11:35 Eastern or 10:35 Central, Creston and Des Moines could be looking at these storms on your doorstep. Let's do that again. This is right now. And then as we move it into the future, pretty much an east movement by 9:45 p.m. Central Time and going into 10:35 Central Time, I'd watch Des Moines. Also the outskirts here from Winterset down through Stewart, Highway 6 and Interstate 80. You're going to be impacted next. Probably the next hour and a half of me posting this in that area. Finally, we do see the rainfall estimates. They've been up around 1 inch to 2 inches in an hour. And looking at the flash flood risk in this area, no flood advisories yet, but it is part of a pattern that is setting up that's going to keep this area fairly wet over the next couple of days. It shifts a little bit farther east, but the overall flow is going to be coming out from Oklahoma to Chicago area and crossing the Mississippi River. So you can see as we go into the day, Friday and then the Saturday, early morning, repeated rounds of storms that will be severe at times, and all of this rainfall. That's 1, 2, 3 areas of energy that I'm tracking on the VIPIR model. It stays out of Virginia, it stays out of the east, but the corridor is going to keep lining up here. Let's talk rainfall and add this up. After tonight's weather, we get 2 more areas of energy at least crossing the same areas. A little bit farther to the east with time, but then it backs up as we head into the weekend for Sunday. So locations from Indianapolis, Cincinnati, looking at more like maybe 1 inch of rain to 1/2 inch. That's good news for them, but you're going to start to see flooding becoming a major issue down through Wichita Falls and Dallas, day after day of rain, and it's coming down so hard with these storms, you can get 3 to 4 inches of rain in just an hour. So watch Springfield through Iowa and Missouri, also eastern Kansas, but especially in these areas here as you go further east, right on the edge of where we've already had the heavier rainfall and the devastating flooding. The good news is Kentucky stays dry, but parts of the Ohio Valley